Well, here we are again in Let's Play Super Robot Wars Alpha Gaiden. After upgrading the units, we're on to the next map, I guess. There's Martin Kaiser or something. As you are aware, Project Igus is basically a giant shield created by a global network which is capable of covering the Earth to defend the Earth from the oncoming shock waves caused by the last fight of the Balamar War. There's Tomei and that guy and Hayato. Well, no matter how you put it, that's the most ludicrous countermeasure I've ever heard of. Well, the idea of covering the Earth sphere in a giant shield is pretty far-fetched. But this was initially designed as a countermeasure in the Balamar War to deal with the possibility of a real alien invasion. So that's the reason why the lunar microwave station was built for an energy source. I thought it was pretty absurd myself when I first heard of it at Divine Crusader headquarters. Sounds like Dr. Bayan intended to battle the Aerogators with the SDF as a spear and Project Igus as a shield. Of course, the one who originally proposed the idea was a scientific genius in the Divine Crusaders named Dr. Edmund. I met him 4 years ago at the DC EOT summit, but I haven't seen him at all since then. Anyway, his Operation Protective Screen proposal was the project's basis. That's the DC for you. They must have had tons of ideas besides that one, right? Yes, they also have an artificial hibernation facility that works to preserve the seeds of mankind. Kind of like the moon cradle below the lunar surface near Von Braun. But taking our time limit into consideration, Project Igus is the most reliable plan we have. However, Professor, the simplest theories are often the most difficult to implement. In concrete terms, there have been many satellites equipped with gravitational shields and deployed in lunar orbit at 128 points, like a constellation. The microwave station that the DC built will function as a conduit and transfer the energy channeled into those satellites, which should be enough to generate a gravitational shield roughly matching the moon's orbit. Currently, Project Igus is in its final stages, thanks to a joint effort between the Horan Corporation and Mao Industries. So the major issue at hand will be how much energy a shield that big will require. Right, the lunar microwave station by itself will only be able to supply about half the energy we've predicted it will require. That will make it very difficult to sustain a shield covering everything, correct? Our original plan was to make use of the Macross's reactor, but was confiscated by the Titans at the same time as the SDF was dissolved. Several days ago, they also occupied South Italia Island, where DC headquarters is located. I thought it was odd that we lost contact with them, obviously. And the Vice President of the Divine Crusaders, Shu Shirakawa, who was obviously evil, is missing. His whereabouts unknown. Saki went after him back to Lachias. There's been no word since then. Due to that, the DC's activities are in something of a deadlock at the moment. The fact that the Titans took South Italia Island means that they have also taken control of the SRX project, so it was transferred to there. Yes, so the Titans have done a fine job of keeping them in check. Nothing from the SRX team, plus that kid who was piloting the SRX project's latest machine has also gone missing. Which is what you say, Date. As things stand now, here at DC Japan, we've just barely kept Project Igus moving. We need to somehow solve the energy issue, and ensure Project Igus succeeds. By doing so, we'd save the Earth sphere from the shockwave, and so, you want to make use of the super energy sources in Japan, such as neutron energy, photonic energy, gamma rays, and so on. To complete the gravitational shield, right? Of course. That's it in a nutshell. By my calculations, if we take the energy sources of every super robot in Japan and channel them into one microwave station. Banjo, we've got problems. What's wrong, Judo? Quatre? You're awfully worked up. The Titans' forces have broken through Asia's defences and started attacking the Far East base in the EOT facility. What did you say? So those blasted Titans have invaded Japan at last. Quicker than I expected. Could it be a preemptive strike against the preventers? Sir Banjo. Yeah, no doubt about it. They went to take Project Igus for themselves. Something is the reason the Titans haven't interfered in Japan up until now was to let Project Igus move as far as the final stages. So the Titans have been using us to further their own ends. Damn, what a bunch of dirty crooks. Garrison, get me whatever info you can on the Titans' tactical movements on the double. At once, sir. Judo, Quatre, you two go up Puru and get your mobile suit ready for battle. There's no doubt that they'll show up here too. Mobile suits, aka Gundams! Up at the Far East base and the other labs, can we really just ignore them like that? Right now, defending the place takes priority. There are still plenty of pilots stationed in those other areas, like Koji, Shinobu, Kenichi, and so on. Dr. Sotome, I'm returning to the lab. That's a good idea. There's a good chance it'll come under attack from them. An enemy attack! The Titans, they've gotten here already. Alright, time to sortie. After that ridiculously long talk, bearing disgrace. Yeah, doesn't look that tough, only 6 weak looking enemies. And there's our battalion. Hey, what's that jet? I've never seen one like that before. Yeah, at least it's not a Titan's machine. Could that be Quatre? You recognize it? Yes, it looks like the Nubia Connections. A crime syndicate. Nubia Connection? A crime syndicate? What are guys like that doing here? Maybe they're with the Titans. Maybe even the Harran Corporation's Intel network doesn't have much of them. They could share the same goal, at least, take control of Project Igus. Intercept them, everyone. Roger. Hey, Judo, there's something I want to ask. What is it? We're about to go into battle. What's that? Oh, it's a container. You might have something in it. So how about we pick it up? It's basically a treasure chest. Okay, got it. First of all, there's Puru and the Q-Belly Mark II. It's not that good. Quatre and the Gundam Sandrock Custom. It's got pretty good armor. And the mighty Banjo in Daitarn 3. Good, really good armor, but it's somehow less than the Gundam Sandrock, though it's 9,000 HP more to make up for that. I'll move here and wait. And next, Hayato, because he's not really got much better to do. Go over towards that container. Puru, you have excelled. Just focus. Here's Judo in the GC Gundam. Good armor, okay speed, pretty good mech. and his spirits would be... Books, which fully restores your health, which is quite handy, and focus. Okay, put you there. Detonate, which destroys the mech and damages adjacent units equal to HP. I wouldn't recommend using it unless, well, you want to finish off someone with high evade and mech isn't that useful. Not a good ability. Well, we're already at 11 minutes. Barely gotta get any action. Oh, you want a fight? I'll give you a fight. It's time for the song. Daitarn tree. Tree. That felt like getting hit with a pea shooter. Daitarn leg cannon! No boss messes with Daitarn tree and gets away with it. Come, you suicidal maniacs. Face Daitarn tree and no destruction. Oh, you want some more? Must have a death wish. Keep on scratching Daitarn tree. See what it'll do to you. This armor's pretty sturdy if I do say so myself. Daitarn cannon fire! Daitarn doesn't even need its hands to defeat you. Someone else gets to do something. Let's hope Judo dodges this. Good work. You think you can hit me? Here's your payback. Sounds like Fantasy Star music. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, this is going really smoothly. Don't want to say too smooth.